It was like a surreal nightmare in a thunderstorm, though I'm sure everything made sense to someone. Expect the closing ceremony to get high ratings. The Olympics, as an event, prides itself on making bizarre sports and activities look like ordinary pastimes. There's an endless list of weird activities, from street skateboarding to BMX, from trap shooting to fencing. The only other place you'd be expected to see fencing now, apart from a club, is in Bridgerton, when some flaky chap insists on getting satisfaction for being dishonored. Or, if you catch a repeat of The Three Musketeers, where you might see Oliver Reed brandishing a sword in anger, but only before opening time. Air rifle shooting should go on the quaint list too, not least for the outfits they're draped in. With wide flared trousers, they're straight out of the 70s and Star Wars. At least they can be reused in the costume department. It's another one of these sports in which you haven't got a clue what's really going on, until a tiny hole appears on the screen. Oh, well done. With sports like this, they're invariably won by the Chinese. Gosh, they're good. How do they do it? They must practice a lot or start at a young age. Good luck to them. We'll just have to try harder next time. My favorite moment of the Olympics this week happened on Olympic Breakfast BBC, which will always be a big plateful at the Little Chef. After Tom Daley and Noah Williams picked up their gallant silver medal against the gold-medaling Chinese, we returned to the studio, where presenter J.J. Chalmers almost went un-PC, describing the Chinese dive as more like an AI generation. Careful now. Most bizarre is that the BBC employed First Dates presenter Fred Siriex to be French. When something very French happened, they dispatched him outside a stadium and he spoke a lot of very fast French to other locals, while the ignorant like me marveled at the wonderful linguistics. Why isn't linguistics a sport, with people flinging their own language at each other across a banked course? They could use the BMX track at night. How did that sport ever get through health and safety? A rider flings the bike over his head in a 360-degree flourish before realizing he and the bike are plummeting to the ground, and hopefully rights the wheels in time. Surfing is another sport which used to involve hanging 5 or even 10 but has now been given daredevil status. It's also being held in Tahiti at the same time, which must make commuting from the Olympic Village quite a feat even on a jet ski. I watched one Brazilian rider shot through a barrel wave before propelling himself 20 feet into the air with the grace of a trapeze artist. Astonishing, or slightly extra, as they say. No one likes a show-off. Speaking of whom, reality show regular Joey Essex was turfed off Love Island (ITV), sunned by his fellow contestants the night before the final. Strangely enough, he didn't appear to mind very much, and given the size of his generous fee, surely significantly more than the winning fee of £50,000, he's going to be laughing all the way to the Big Brother house. By anyone's standards, this was one of the least entertaining series. It doesn't really matter who won, but it wasn't Nicole and Kieran who had spent the entire series together. You can break up now.